Okay, the title is pretty self-explanatory. What if Duncan and Courtney had never broken up? And yes, get your jokes and laughs out now, saying something along the lines of, but Duncan and Courtney had already broken up many times before, lol. But you know what I mean. In terms of them breaking up and then Gwen swooping in to date Duncan instead. That moment. From what I've heard and sources from the crew, why they broke up in the first place was for ratings and drama. Same thing goes for Gwen and Trent. This was a higher ups decision. Not even the creators wanted to do something like this, but what can you do, right? So for this, let's just say that when Duncan had returned to World Tour, he didn't have super hard feelings for Gwen. He either suppressed them or just dealt with Courtney's anger and got used to it as time went on. Now, I don't think I really need to spell it out for you, knowing that, of course, things would definitely change throughout World Tour and even to All-Stars. Like, let's be real, Chris made a ballsy move by keeping Duncan in when he returned, because he knew wherever that teenager goes, trouble follows. This leads to a bunch of mishaps for the next number of episodes, so many that if I don't bring up every single one of them, don't nag me about them in the comments. Please, no kiss or kisses from Duncan and Gwen would have Courtney not purposely throw the challenges is a big one, or her trying to flirt with Tyler of all people, and Alejandro more importantly, and start working with him. For all we know, Gwen and Courtney could have gone farther within World Tour. Probably not so much Gwen because she was already a season winner technically, but maybe just a little bit further than what she got. Especially from her really odd tie-breaking moment that was kind of unneeded. And the same applies for Courtney. Now, I honestly don't think that they would have her win the season overall as well, because having two characters that are a couple essentially win 2 seasons consecutively would just feel off. Only one of the two needs to win, and Duncan claimed that spot in action. Oh, but Beth won in my country, shut up! Also, with Heather being the only one that could beat Alejandro at his own game in the finale, couldn't get any better in the whole series. Not really sure why you would want to take that away from her. So yeah, Duncan and Courtney still being a couple wouldn't shake up World Tour as much as we remembered. With them being broken up, of course, and Gwen being part of the equation, everything after that pretty much revolves around these three for some time, and it's just chaos.
I declare my husband to be an insensitive jerk who thinks his piercings make him cool when really they just divert attention away from his lack of personality.
And I declare wifey here to be a stuck-up windbag. I also declare she could use some mouthwash.
Now, as much as I don't want to, let's take a look at how All-Stars would be different. And well, that was a really stupid segue, because of course it would be different. We all know this. One thing I don't really understand to this day is why Gwen really broke up with Duncan at the time, when, yes, I understand because he was still quote-unquote obsessed with Courtney, but Gwen was the same way, if not worse. Like, Duncan would do something nice for her, and Gwen would just shove it away. Oh, hey, I did this nice gesture all for you. Shut up. I don't care, Duncan. I just wish Courtney would notice me. Yeah, you guys know how this would go, more or less, with Duncan and Courtney still being together, hopefully, with dealing with each other's shit for some time. They'd pretty much be like Heather and Alejandro, just more aggressive, because that's just the way they are. With Duncan and Gwen not fighting for Courtney's attention by this point, all of the mayhem between them is outed. Duncan is not trying too hard to be a bad boy. Gwen doing from what I mentioned before to Duncan, like shoving him aside and eventually breaking up with him, and Courtney not being fake to Gwen to backstab her eventually. And supplementary moments of like Scott and Courtney being a thing. Thank God. No burning down a house from Duncan, so he wouldn't get voted off or, well, arrested technically. And it's a safe bet to say that Courtney would have made it further within the game. Probably could have been within the final 2 if she really focused. And we all know that Courtney has the potential to win a season, but unfortunately, almost any time that she competes, she kind of gets robbed of her victories. So, yeah. And I'm not saying that throughout all of this that Gwen should just be the loser in all of this. She should have just stayed with Trent, but, you know, the same thing happened with Duncan and Courtney. The higher-ups just wanted to break these two up because ratings, television, drama, you know how it goes, and the creators didn't want anything to do with that. But yeah, this is just hopefully a short video by the time of editing this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. about these two breaking up. Would it have changed total drama, you know, the seasons that they were in, that they caused this much trouble or anything like that? All in the comments below. You know what to do with that type of stuff. All the links that I provide, you know what to do with that type of stuff. Have fun clicking on the buttons that I leave there with all the social media sites and everything. Thank you for watching. That's greatly appreciated, of course. Have a great day, have a great night, and everything else, you know what to do. Bye.